What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
Not another
podcast.
damn podcast.
Presented by
Our damn
themselves. Episode 283, kid.
283.
Hey,
Yes.
hey. Very good weekend. Happy Halloween to my people out there.
Yes.
Enjoying trick-or-treating. Enjoying a little Halloween festivities. Hopefully you didn't spend the night in the pumpkin patch like Linus. There we go.
We watched that last night. Well, yesterday morning, actually.
Apple TV for y'all.
Apple TV. Yeah.
Those that are looking where to find it, Apple TV. And that's where we at nowadays. It's like streaming is like the dominant form of dominant medium now. It's like broadcast is secondary. Only our mom and like it's broadcasting people like that. Yeah, the boomers is like they still they have their big cable packages and all of that. It's like, but everybody else, you just get like different streaming services. Okay, yeah, I'll get Apple to watch this and then cut it off after Charlie Brown season. It's like that's how you do it. It's like there you get that. You stars, you want to watch Raising Kanan, so like and then cut it off. Yes, that's how you do it. Like the modern day is all about streaming. Somebody posted the funniest meme is like about trying to teach their pops how to watch Thursday Night Football because now it's on Amazon Prime.
It's on Amazon, yeah.
Come on TV anyway. So if you do want to watch that Thursday night game, you better learn how to stream. Damn it, you better learn that. Otherwise, you're gonna be like, hey, where the game at? It's like,
I didn't know that. President Marcus was like when because he watches football. This is football season.
This season that just started this year. Like,
and then I was like, why are you coming out of the TV? He was like, the Thursday game is on Prime. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, the Thursday game is on Prime.
The NFL is making money on top of money on top of money. Like they got deals with Fox, with ESPN, CBS, and now Amazon Prime. Like they just
must be nice. Must be nice.
Each one of those deals are multi-billion-dollar deals with a B.
With the B.
So
with the B, correct.
NFL
just nice.
That's all I said. Amazon said we getting in on that NFL action. God damn it. Give us the Thursday game. We want to get in.
And don't be surprised if your Amazon goes up just a little bit. It might go just a little bit next year.
Several billion to carry the NFL. So yeah, your Prime membership might slightly raise.
It's going from because like right now it's like $14.99 a month. So it might be like
$1 up maybe.
Yeah. It might be 16 next year. So, they do like little tweaks, like they might go up like $1 here, 80 cents. They do like little tweaks.
So I'm saying like corporations know how to make their money. They're gonna make theirs. It's like, okay, yeah, we spent a couple bill on that. Yeah, let's raise everybody's membership a little bit because like they got like millions of customers. Just raise it a little bit to recoup some of that money.
Because I know it's that like my Disney Plus at first, because I just have Disney Plus without all the ESPN and all that stuff. My Disney Plus first with tax was $742. And then it was $871, like out there. I was like, okay. So it just went up just a little bit. But you think about how many people have that streaming service.
Yeah.
If you go up like $1 and some change on everybody, then you see what I mean? You're going to make your money back. You're going to make it back.
It's funny how everything keeps rising with inflation and then with, like I said, mergers and stuff like that. But somehow Arizona tea is still 99 cents. I don't know what their secret is, but like Arizona tea been 99 cents since we were kids, basically.
It's always been 99 cents.
It's never gone up. Like, it's never gone up. You get that big ass, that giant ass can.
That 22-ounce can of tea.
For 99 cents.
I like the fruit punch.
Never had a price increase.
I get the fruit punch one. That's the one I get, fruit punch.
Just the tea is what I like.
I like the fruit punch. It's still nice.
Never.
It's still they still $4.98. The chickens at Sam's Club, they're still $4.98 for the chicken.
Yeah, the rotisserie chickens.
Rotisserie chickens are still $4.98.
There you go.
Don't know how.
Stuff just don't change. Shout out to everybody that was at the Rockford Laugh-a-thon on Saturday night. Yeah, me and the lady, we took her to hit the road
trip.
Yeah, I got my people out in Rockford. Shout out KJ. She was one of the hosts. Midday Power 106. She was hosting, and then comedian JJ. He was like the host. Yeah, and he was hilarious. Yeah, shout out JJ. Yeah, it was the lineup. Yeah, it was a dope lineup because As Earthquake was headlining.
Nice.
Donnell Rawlings.
Ashley Larry.
Yeah. And then you had Jess Niece, like from Chicago, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know Jess Niece. I've seen her before.
Yeah.
I've seen her before. I want to say
riddles or jokes and those the old joke or Promontory. Okay.
Promontory, yeah. Because Murph was doing his show. I think that she was
shout
on
out T Murph.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't
really
on the Rocker Laugh-a-thon, but yeah, shout out to him anyway.
Right.
But yeah, nice lineup. Yeah, and I'd never seen Donnell Rawlings ever live.
Right.
I don't remember if I saw Earthquake. I may have seen Earthquake years ago. I don't remember.
Ashley Larry.
I've gone to so many comedy shows. I don't remember if I said, babe, you want to go? She's like, yeah, let's go. I was like, I'd never seen Donnell Rawlings. So
you know what plays in my hair every time I hear Earthquake? Big Man.
Big Man. Oh yeah, he played Rochelle's Uncle Mike. That's what he was on Chris. Yeah. His
that was so funny.
Rochelle's bum ass brother. Yeah.
Big Man.
He would always he lived at home. He lived with their mom, but he'd always get kicked out. So then he'd come live with
Rochelle and then pose on her with her 3 kids. She has 3 kids, and you come in there and posing on her.
Julius doesn't like him because Julius hard working. Always
Julius worked like 4 jobs.
Yeah. And he looks at this bum that don't work at all. So Julius didn't like him at all.
So Rochelle's I don't need this. My husband got 2 jobs. I don't need this. My man has 2 jobs. Mm-hmm. That was always her line. And then her employee, low life brother coming.
I remember the old school Earthquake joke from back in the 90s where he was something about I want to put my air in my
mama name.
Yeah. He's because the joke is about water is supposed to be free. So why we pay for water? So what they gonna do next? Charge for air, and then that's where the joke.
I remember that one.
That was one.
I was Earthquake humor because even though like I said back in the during that time frame I was younger, but it's I could listen to Earthquake jokes because his jokes were they weren't R-rated, they were PG.
You would get his material,
yeah. Because some of the stuff I couldn't listen to because it was just too filthy.
We grew up in the 90s with Def Comedy Jam.
Right, it was just way too filthy. But he would little swear words, but not MF and not that type of stuff. But his stuff was funny.
Which Peacock pulled, by the way, yeah. So why don't know why they lost Def Comedy Jam. And then I tried to find it on HBO Max, and they got the shitty, newer version. I said, oh, okay, maybe they just moved because it was an HBO show, so I thought maybe they just moved it from one streaming to the other. Simple enough. It happens. Disney did that when they Disney Plus eventually opened. They moved all their stuff from whatever service they were on before to Disney Plus. Disney Plus, yeah. If their stuff was on Netflix, they pulled it from Netflix, put it on Disney Plus, etc.
Right.
And I thought that's what happened with us. And maybe they moved it there. And I saw, okay, here's Def Comedy Jam. So it's Tony Rock. I was like, what? I said, this ain't the Def Jam. The Tiffany Haddish. It's what? It's I'm looking this ain't the Def Jam. I know. Wasn't Martin Lawrence and and Adele Gibbons. It was Tony Rock and Tiffany Haddish. Nothing against them, but you get what I'm saying.
You want the nostalgia of that.
I want the show I grew up watching with kids.
The next comedian, is he funny?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joe Torre. Yeah.
You want to see that, right? You want to see that, yeah.
Ricky Harris, aka Malvo, aka
Malvo.
Easy Dick. Yeah. Ta-da! Yeah.
And I tell him that you got robbed by Malvo. Full name.
Well, we had a great time at the Rockford Laugh-a-thon. It was a slight hiccup during the show, when Donnell Rawlings was performing. Some ratchets decided they wanted to fight in the audience. It's
oh my god!
Of course, Donnell, he makes it part of the act. He's a professional. He's been doing this a long time, so he started.
I'm rich, bitch.
He started roasting the chicks and all that, and they ended up kicking the ratchets out, and those
exactly.
Me being me, and they would be in our row, the ratchets right there, so we saw the whole thing. They were in our row. You can see when it started. Here's what I think happened. Is
what transpired.
The ratchets, they basically do Negroes do. They stole seats. So yeah, they were upstairs because Donnell came on he was the co-headliner. So they were probably upstairs during the first half of the show, and then the saw it was empty seats. moved down there where we were at. It's like during the second half. And then like they were just being like loud and loud, and then somebody in front of them say, "Hey, you shut the fuck up, I can't hear," and shit. Like that's what I think.
Right.
And then they just makes them even louder and shit. You got, you know. And then
First of
eventually,
all, act like you've been somewhere for it. If you're going to steal seats, be inconspicuous. That's like
we
my
saw
thing.
another couple that stole seats.
That's my thing.
So yeah, it was another couple. It was like they weren't here like during the first half, but they were quiet though. We saw.
If you steal seats, you need to be
Yeah.
discreet as possible. You don't need to be drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah. But these damn ratchets, man, yeah, they were just eventually security comes over and kicks all of them out. And me being me, I started a slow clap right now. And then everybody starts clapping. I started a slow clap when they kicked the ratchets. I was like, we're trying to hear the show. We didn't come here to hear your ignorant ass. We came to hear some jokes and shit. Yeah.
Right. It's like we're still like, even though like the president, like, you know, finally we are in an endemic. The president did say that the pandemic was over, but we're all trying to return back to normal. And
this is the first time they've done the laugh-a-thon.
We like to laugh, you know, and have a good time.
Like they haven't done like comedy shows in years. So like, yeah, that's what the comedians were saying, like Jess Niche and like some of them, like I ain't been on the road, and JJ the host, they were like, yeah, they haven't been on the road in years. There's something doing JJ was talking about doing Zoom comedy shows and all that, which a lot of people were doing during that time.
Yeah.
That we ain't been on the road in years and shit. So you ratchets want to try to fuck the show up for everybody.
It's like some people, I think maybe some people they need to like how soldiers have to be reintroduced back to society. Maybe some of these people need to be reintroduced back to society, because it's like clearly this pandemic, if you've been isolated all this time, you don't know how to interact with people anymore. So maybe you need to learn how to get reacclimated to being around people if you've been quarantined and been kind of, you know, off away from people all this time.
Donnell Rawlings started to hit the road, Jack, except he said like with the hit the road, bitch. When they were getting kicked out, you made it part of the act. Like I said, hit the road, bitch. Don't you come back.
Because it's like, don't come and ruin everybody else's night. We're trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, shout out, yeah, Donnell and Quake and Niche and JJ. I forgot the guy from Milwaukee, the opener. He was the weakest, obviously, because that's why they put him opening. But I'm not shitting on him. But yeah, somebody gotta be the weakest link. It was him. And I can't think of his name, so I won't shit on him. And I forgot the DJ's name. I want to shout out the DJ because you know me, I be DJ to DJ. I always introduce myself. He's from Rockford. I introduced myself, told him, yeah, I'm Power 106. He's like, hey, what's up? I was there. And then I forgot his name that quick. There you go. Forgot the brother's name, but let me see if I can pull it up because I did.
Do you remember? Did we say that on TikTok? Do you remember?
Dice the DJ. Okay, I found it. There we go. Okay. Dice the DJ. So I did.
Nice.
So shout him out there.
Awesome.
Well, let's get it cracking. I had to well, how was your weekend, by the way? I told you my story about the laugh-a-thon and the ratchets and all of that. Yeah.
My week has been pretty unassuming. Like I said, we've just been, you know, just trying to get stuff together, getting the kids settled down and just preparing for this upcoming week. It's just been pretty quiet in these parts.
Okay, so
children, yeah, we've been pretty low.
Didn't have a lot going on like that.
No, I said we watched Charlie Brown and I watched the Bulls, of course, you know, but yeah, that was pretty much it. Like we just been pretty low key, you know, just trying to.
The Bulls still haven't figured out their 76ers problem.
Yeah.
That's their Achilles heel. Like, so for whatever reason, they can't figure out.
I mean, and like I said, this is a nice segue because we can go right into it real quick. Because the thing is that they were down like 19 early on, and then they clawed, and then it was like a back and forth, and then they just actually, whatchamacallit, played well against Embiid. Vucevic actually played. He actually, if you looked at their score, he actually technically outplayed Embiid. If you look at for play, because I think Embiid ended up having like 25, and Vucevic ended up having like 22 or something, but Vucevic out-rebounded him. Vucevic had way more rebounds than him. So it's like, he actually played him well. Like he actually was making him work for his stuff. And that's all you can do with Joel Embiid. He's a monster. He's going to get his.
Best center in the league. Some say
He gonna get his.
Some say Jokic. I still say Embiid. It's like, yeah.
Like it's certain players that
Jokic just like Steve Nash shouldn't have got back-to-back MVP.
Yeah.
I'm done. As we about to go on, as we about to go there, yeah.
But my thing is like, it's just certain players who's going to get there. It's like, you can't contain Embiid. You said he's going to get, but you're going to make him work. You can't contain Giannis. You got to make him work. It's like certain players, you guys got to make him work. They're going to get theirs. You got to make them work though. Make them work for theirs.
So Kevin Durant.
You got to make him work. Like you're not going to stop them. You're just not. Just make them work. But a big piece of the Bulls game, obviously, like they were missing two key pieces. Like Ayo got hurt the day before, and so did Drummond. So that was huge. Those two being out. That was not making it
more so than Ayo because of the Embiid problem.
But Ayo, yeah. I was saying just in general, I said because like now it's like now your rotation got off because Ayo was a starting because like Ayo's been starting since Lonzo was out. So now it's like
started since the preseason.
Right. So he's been starting. So now your rotation, I said that messed up the rotation because Ayo being out messed up the rotation, and then Drummond being out was huge because we needed that to counter. But Vucevic did step up his rebounding. He stepped up though to try to fill in that gap. But they just came up short because like the game, like they really could have won that game, but it came up short. So maybe they're getting closer to figuring out the 76ers, hopefully, because that was like the closest effort that I've seen with the 76ers and the Bulls. That's the best effort I've seen of them. So, but DeMar DeRozan became the 50th player to score 20,000 points. So that was a great
wonder where that puts him on the all-time scorers. I don't know. Like I haven't looked that far ahead. It's like
and he's only it's only 7 active players that have 20,000 points now. So yeah, he joins that list, like some notable ones, obviously LeBron, Harden, Steph Curry, so he joins them. So definitely a case for him that, DeMar DeRozan should be a future Hall of Famer. Once he retires, he should be a future Hall of Famer. So shout out to the Bulls with that. So
gotta add a ring like to solidify his run.
Yeah, like I said, that's the one thing he's missing.
He'll be here, but yeah, we'll see. We shall see.
Hopefully he can get a ring. That's the one thing that I want him to get.
Hopefully as a Bull, but we shall.
Yeah, I want him to get a ring and to get as a Bull within the next 2 seasons. Putting that energy out there within the next 2 seasons. Put it out there.
To solidify your status as one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
Get that championship. Yeah.
Yep. Get the hardware and then you got it. And shout out to Popovich for the timeout right after DeMar, because he actually got on the road while he was in San Antonio. As soon as he hit his mid-range jumper to give him the 20,000 points, Popovich called a timeout immediately so they could honor him. So big up to Popovich. Like on surface, he looks like such a mean, but Pop is that dude. Like Pop is, he's one of the real ones. Like on surface, you would think that he's just so, but he's a real one. So shout out to Greg Pop.
I'm say the greatest coach of all time. Like I'm Team Phil Jackson, but
me too, but we're Bulls fans, so
I'm saying the greatest. But yeah, like if you say Popovich, I won't knock you. I was like, you know what you're talking about. I won't. Yeah,
Popovich is definitely on the Mount Rushmore.
Guys, like I said, Popovich, Phil, and probably Red for the way back with the Bill Russell Celtics era. Yeah,
Red.
It's like Red 8 in a row, god damn it. So yeah. Come on, you're not considered great with that run then.
Phil, the fact that he created dynasties with 2 different teams, Bulls and Lakers.
Phil three-peated 3 different times.
Yeah, with 2 dynasties. Yeah, 2 different teams. That's like badass.
3-peats, and then the Lakers had a 3-peat. The last team to 3-peat is guess who? The Lakers.
The Lakers.
3-peat since 2002, like 20 years.
Yeah.
Nobody's won 3 in a row. Not even the mighty Warriors could win 3 in a row. They got beat by the KD team. When KD got hurt, they got beat by the Toronto Raptors that year. That was the year they were going for the 3-peat. Yeah, that year. So like even all these dynasties, none of them could 3-peat. Yeah, the big 3 Miami Heat, they couldn't 3-peat. The Spurs beat them that third year. It's like every year, like nobody can win that 3. That third is tough.
The third is tough. Yeah, it is.
How hard it is to win 3 in a row. In our lifetime, that's the only 3 times it happened. It was like the 2 Jordan Bulls teams and then the Lakers.
The Lakers.
It's like way back in the day, the three-peat with the 8 in a row with the Celtics.
The 8 in a row, yeah.
But the only time it's happened that we've ever seen is those 3 times. Yeah. And it hasn't happened in 20 years. 2002 was the last.
Which is why we always jump on the Bulls so much. Why we say people talk about, we're like, well, the Bulls did it twice. They three-peated twice. They did it 2 times in 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 championships in 8 years is badass. So yeah. It's hard though. It's hard trying to win that third one. It's hard.
Think about the toll that takes on you. You're making these deep playoff runs every year. It's like and then some of these years were Olympic years.
It's a lot of miles.
It's like so like it's tough to win that 3 in a row. Yeah, you beat up by that third one. Yeah, which we saw what happened. Is why KD got hurt. Clay got hurt. Like you beat up by that.
It's a lot of miles that you put on your body, like you said, especially if it's like an Olympic year that year. So.
Like if during the 3-peat, one of us an Olympics, which the Bulls did do. The Dream Team was 92, right in the middle of the first 3-peat. So with Michael and Scotty, both
Bulls did it.
Yeah,
I'm saying Bulls did
it. Yeah, Bulls they 3-peated during the Olympic year.
But Jordan, like they always say, Jordan, like the thing they jokingly say, Jordan wasn't real. Like they're like he was a superhuman. Like Jordan wasn't real.
If I could be like Mike, classic. Since we talking NBA adjacent, let's say, have you heard about Jalen Rose's new boo?
I think I have.
I'm gonna share the story. I know you
Is it whatchamacallit?
You know this young lady very well.
Yes.
Jalen Rose, Angela Rye.
Yes, I saw that
together. It's like, I was looking at the story. Yeah. So Jalen Rose, they call hashtag woke bae is what they call her.
Yeah, well, she's woke bae.
Yeah. So Jalen and Angela Rye. So interesting. I saw that. I was like, okay, gosh. And she dated Common briefly. Well, not even brief. They dated for maybe a year or so. They were together.
They dated for a while. It seemed like they were going the distance because they both seemed like they were socially conscious and both seemed like they were.
And with them, when you knew like it was trouble in paradise, is when Common, the year when he won his Oscar and she wasn't there. I'm like,
she wasn't there. Yeah,
bring your lady. That's the big night. You bring Oscar night. Yeah, like when him and John Legend won the Oscar for the Glory record. Yeah,
or Selma.
Yeah. Was that I think Glory is the name of the song. I think that's what it was.
I think so. Yeah, because they won.
Yeah. Okay, when they won it for that, and which was dope because like Prince presented it, which was Common said, if you ever told me that I would win an Oscar and Prince would present it to me, I'd have never believed you.
Bucket list.
So happened that Prince was presenting that year. He was like, yeah, wow. So you can't write this shit, basically. But she wasn't there. Like she was like in a whole, like probably getting a whole nother. Let's say she was like in New York or something. You weren't even in LA at all. People said, "What's going on?" They said, "Oh yeah, we're not together anymore." So
a lot of times, people like, I mean, it's like people are famous, but you gotta think about it on our level because we're not famous. But a lot of people would have been broken up for a while. Yeah, they just didn't go public with it. Because if you're a public figure, you could have been broken up with somebody for like 4 months.
Especially a couple like them. They're not like Kim and Kanye where the spotlight is on you all the time. So
right.
Like, quietly break up and a lot of people won't notice until they just see that y'all ain't together.
You're not together.
Or telltale too, like if you look at the hand, just like if she had a ring on it, she's not wearing it anymore.
And the ring isn't there anymore.
Why is she wearing a ring? It's like
a good one is this if like we always know, like if you celebrate your birthday and then your significant other isn't at your birthday party, like you have a big birthday party, especially if it's a milestone. So turns 40, it's like a milestone birthday, and then they're nowhere to be seen.
Taraji Henson, like she celebrated.
She turned 50. Yep.
She had no ring. Yeah, no fiance. Is
and her boo wasn't there.
Yeah, so that's what it was. She said, "Oh yeah, we ain't together no more."
He was actually down there in Illinois with me when I was at Illinois. He was actually there with us. Yeah.
Well, he fucked that up, whatever he did.
Yeah, he was there with us when we were at Illinois. Because I remember people from like my school was saying he was down there with us. Like he was like a couple years younger than us. They're like, yeah, he was there with us.
Lost Cookie fucking lying on the. She said he probably smashed a big booty girl that rolled him a blunt. That's what, who couldn't suck dick.
And Aromatherapy.
Yeah, she got some aromatherapy candles. That's what. And then Taraji. Now you know what Taraji said when she found out. I hate you.
But that's the thing. People just quietly, like you just quietly just fade to the back.
But yeah, Jalen Rose, Angela Rye, interesting. I was like, okay, yeah,
that's an interesting couple.
Mr. ESPN and Woke Bay. Let's be interested.
He did horrible on Celebrity Jeopardy. That's another story.
Can't win them all.
Even he joked about it. He said, well, at least I look good losing. So he said, at least I look good. He looked like Marge Simpson when Marge went on Jeopardy. That's why he was looking like that.
Judges.
Negative 52. Like Marge. He looked like that. Yeah, he looked horrible. Because like we have a group on Facebook, Black alumni, Black Big Ten alumni that we go in. So then, we like will post like little clips like they posted that when he was there, like embarrassing your school. He just made your school look horrible.
Yeah, judges and shit on that ass.
But if he's with Angela Rye, then clearly he's winning. So that's a win if you with her. So
no, he got his great deal with ESPN, but he's married to he's dating Angela Rye, so I think he'd be okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he's doing too bad. Yeah. Shout out to the good brother Jay. We had back-to-back Jalen Rose stories. That's funny. We talk about the sister and the mom's house and all of that. Would have thought that Jalen Rose
is getting all this publicity.
He'd be in the news this much because he's just he's a guy that be on ESPN talking about the NBA. That's what he is at this point. Like you won't think he would be in the news that much.
We met him years ago at a party. We met Jalen Rose when he played.
NBA party back in the day. Early 2000s, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, it's Jalen Rose. Oh shit, Jalen Rose.
And he briefly played for the Bulls in that time. Well, a lot of people might not even remember that. Yeah.
He was in Barbershop when that happened because remember in the movie Barbershop, they showed him for like the little quick second.
Rest in peace, the legendary Norm Van Leer was in it. He was in it.
So they were getting the boy the shoes, like they were going to put money together so they could get like the boy the gym shoes so he could play.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they showed Jalen Rose for like a second in Barbershop, the first Barbershop. That's when he was
during that time when we met Jalen when he played for the Bulls, like for like
early 2000s. Yeah.
People think of Bulls and Rose, of course, it's Derrick Rose. A lot of people don't know that Jalen Rose
played here for a second. He was here for a second, literally.
About a season, maybe
for a second. He was here
and a half, top, something like that.
For a quick little
Krause brought him in. And then when Gar Pax took over, it was Pax at the time. He said Pax traded him. I guess he didn't like him. But Pax got rid of him pretty quick. I know he wasn't here long at all. He was Craig Mack. You won't be around next year. Like Pax traded his ass pretty quick. I remember that. Because I was mad. I was like, that's the one good player. Because that was the Bulls, the misery years. I was like, go trade the one good player we had. I was like,
yeah, it was some
but Pax had a plan. He wanted to put his own team in, which it worked out to an extent.
It worked for a while, but then till it didn't.
Because he wanted to bring his guys and he wanted to go with like the young. He wanted to go with the youth movement because he drafted Heinrich, Dean, Gordon. He wanted to Noah. He wanted to like. So he said, we got to get rid of guys like Jalen to give these guys to shine.
Give these guys a shine.
Yeah, that's what it was. And since we're talking sports and we're talking relationships, it's official. We talked about, a new relationship. It's official now.
Oh, the divide. Yeah. The demise of them.
Yeah. Giselle said, enough is enough. Brady and Giselle, yes, she made that official. TMZ, of course, got the papers.
Oh yeah, TMZ be on it.
Because Giselle's the one who filed, obviously, yeah. Mm-hmm. Hope that well then again, she got money too. I was both saying one of
Giselle got more than him, yeah.
I'll say she got
she's loaded.
She's straight, yeah. So
Giselle got more than him. She's loaded. That girl's loaded.
Because Brady always took pay cuts. Yeah, that's why the Patriots were so good. He never took like the max and shit. He always left money and shit on the table till he said, "All right, I'm out of here." Because like, and he
was worth like maybe 300 or 400 million. She's worth a lot. Yeah.
So, wonder what kind of prenup they had, but I guess neither one of them is probably worried about the other one's money.
No, neither one of them.
Straight.
And then they got 2 children, so like it probably won't be spousal or child support. It probably won't.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them is pocket watching like that.
No, they're not doing it. I don't think so because they both have money. They both have their own money. So, but Giselle, she was like, "Hey," because I watched Child Reality, Real Reality Gossip. I watched their red flag video about it.
Brady and Giselle, I didn't see theirs.
Yeah, I watched their red flag.
Last one I watched was Ray J and Princess Love. Like that.
They're a whole walking red flag. I
said I don't even gotta watch this video to know that was a red flag.
Both of them were red flags walking, both of them. But Giselle and Tom, I didn't know all that stuff was going on with them. Like, so it gave me insight as to see what they like. It was a lot. It was a lot. Their whole, like, she clearly was like, you need to retire. Like, she was begging him, like, retire.
And he had the perfect ending, which like the greats never know. And is like the greats always think there's one more year and shit, like, or one more game or one more fight. It's like the greats. Because like just like Jordan in '98, like the shot in '98 over this Brian Russell, no push off.
He didn't push off.
Perfect ending for his career.
And then for whatever reason he came back as a Washington Wizard.
Yeah. Same thing with Brady. Even when he changed teams, like when he went to Tampa Bay, at first I was like, I don't know about that. But then he won.
I
was like, now retire
perfect
now.
Ending.
You go out on top, changing teams and leading that team to a Super Bowl. Like, yeah.
And he was like 40. Like, was he like 43 when he did that?
Like that, yeah.
43 when he did that, so he was old.
Yeah, 43, leading a team that historically has sucked, basically. Yeah,
right. You led a new team at 43 years old to a Super Bowl.
Who hadn't won in like 20 years, probably.
That's like, a win. What are you doing, Tom Brady? What are you doing?
And I said it then. I said Brady should just retire. I was like, that's the perfect way to go.
And then you had Giselle. Like, if you look at models, Giselle is one of the GOATs. If you look at models, she's a GOAT. She's a GOAT. She's one of the GOATs. Mm-hmm. You got one of the greatest models of all times. So what are you doing? Like, what is we doing? They was like, does he not want to be at home that bad with her? like is he trying to be away from her?
I always compare it to the scene in Rocky, Rocky 4, with Drago. 40-year spoiler, by the way, after Drago kills Apollo in the ring. Yeah. And then so now Rocky wants to avenge his homie's death, so that he challenges Drago. Like, and they end up having a fight in Russia because Drago he's scared that Americans are going to kill him because he killed Apollo. Yeah. It's like the story was actually that part of it. I like the story there. He's like, well, I'm going back to Russia. I can't stay here because Apollo was like Ali and like that's in their world. So if you kill Muhammad Ali, you're gonna have a target. He said, we're going back to Russia. And so our Iraqis said, okay, like let's fight in Russia. Then
it's like during the Cold War, so it's like
Cold War in the 80s. So of course Adrian don't want him to go because it's fucking Russia. And Rocky was old, and she was like, "Hey, you can't win." It's like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, "Hey, you married a fighter, Adrian. You know who you married." That's what reminds me of Brady. He's like, "Hey, you married a football player." That's what I did. But she was like, "Hey, you need to retire." He's like, "Hey, you married a football."
Tom Brady is older than me. It comes a time like what he's doing is unprecedented. Like where do you see a football player, a quarterback at that player in their mid-40s?
Yeah,
you just don't see that. You don't see athletes playing in their mid-40s.
When the average NFL career is like less than 5.
27. 27 is like most people are retiring by 27.
Less than 5 years is like the average NFL.
Well, you go 22 to 27, and then you're out of there. Mm-hmm. 22 to 27. That's a football career. That's a typical football career. 5 years.
You made it almost 20 years past that and shit. Yeah.
So what is you doing? I mean, you see Peyton Manning out there, he hosted quiz shows.
Peyton had his moment, yeah. He went out on top of the Super Bowl. He did.
For Denver, for Broncos, right?
That's one guy that did get to go out with the storybook ending when the Broncos won.
Yeah, the Broncos, that's right.
Like they
Omaha.
They beat I think was it Cam and them that year? I don't remember. I think they beat Carolina. Yeah. I think they beat Cam and company. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
But you see, Peyton Manning, like Peyton and Eli, they be doing like the thing or whatever on Sunday where like they like comment about the game or whatever, him and his brother. And then Peyton Manning is hosting some quiz show for college kids on Friday nights. Mm-hmm. he living the good life. Peyton Manning doing his thing.
He does, and he's doing nationwide commercials too. The nationwide is on your side. Peyton's getting this.
That's the thing that you have to know how to transition, because I get it as an athlete. Like we always say this, athletes' careers are super short. So if you think about, by the time people are like our age, you've been retired for years.
Yeah.
You think about that's extremely young. Like you're in your 40s. Like, so you've been retired for several years and you're only in your 40s. So you got to think about, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? Like I want to do something. I just don't want to just sit around.
And Jalen, we're just talking about like Jalen, how long he been retired? He's what, like barely 50 or something?
He's like barely 50. He's like maybe 50,
Fab
maybe
Five
50,
was like, yeah,
maybe.
they got a few years on me or so. Yeah, so he's probably like just barely 50 or something
50,
like that.
50, maybe 51 at the oldest. He's not that old.
How long he been retired? It seems like he been retired forever. I mean, I don't remember what year he retired. It seemed like it probably was like 15 years ago or something like that. Dude been retired, it seemed like.
But you gotta figure out what you want to do. Shout, and then going back, circling back a little bit, shout out to the NBA, the TNT guys. Like they got their money.
Chuck
got his money. Kenny, Shaq, they gonna be there for a while.
I guess they sold Chuck. You ain't going nowhere. But Chuck was saying he wanted to retire. He said,
he said that he was looking to retire.
Like, I want to be an old. I don't want to be an old man still working. Like Chuck said, I just want to sit on my ass and like on a beach somewhere. Like,
which is admirable, because he's like, I'm almost 60, because Chuck is almost 60. So he's like, he wants to
be at that age where he's just like, yeah, I just sit on the beach or just like go on that just vacation. All the time. Like older people just travel the world. Like Chuck is at that age. He's like, yeah, I don't want to be working. I just want to be that dude.
They threw the bag at him.
They were like, oh really? Yeah,
he got somewhere. Originally, I saw the report say 200, but now I'm saying, so he got somewhere between 100 and 200. I want to say he got somewhere between 100 and 200 million dollars.
You sure you want to retire, Chuck?
Yeah, he got that bag. He got that bag. He got the bread. So shout out to them, like the NBA, the TNT guys. They're not going anywhere. They do a great job. All of them do a great job on the show.
You like for all my sports fans, yeah. NBA's best coverage is the TNT guys.
TNT guys are awesome. I love watching them.
And for NFL, it's obviously Fox.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, with Strahan and Howie and yeah, all of those guys.
Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, like yeah. Yeah. Fox is the NFL coverage, and the NBA is EJ and Chuck and guys.
Shaq
like, yeah.
And, Kenny.
Kenny. Yeah, I'm trying. So fuck is his name? With the bow legs, Kenny. I'm trying those guys. Yeah.
Knock knees and bow legs.
Well, knock need one. Who knows? The Jet. Yeah. Who I didn't get to go to his. I didn't get invited to his All-Star party. Was in Chicago. I'm just saying.
Aww.
Kenny Smith's All-Star party has become legendary.
Kenny, you gotta do better.
When it was in Chicago, I'll try. Yeah, I was like, hey, I'll holler at the odds, man. I didn't make the cut.
Kenny, invite us next time. Invite Not Another Damn Podcast. We want to be in the building.
If it ever is in Chicago, well, maybe we'll go on the road. I don't know.
Go on the road. I'm gonna put that out there. They say you gotta if you want things, you gotta put the energy out there. I'm gonna put the energy out there. Not Another Damn Podcast gonna be somewhere.
I know a couple of people that did go to that Kenny Smith party. Shout out Lady Red. She was there. I know a couple of people that were there. You're like, yeah, you missed it.
But you gotta know when to hold and when to fold. You gotta know as a person. And I get it. Like, it is a hard thing. Like, if you've been playing football, like a lot of these guys have been playing football since they were like Khalil size, but they've been playing football like that's your entire life. So to just be like, okay, now I gotta go through this new phase in my life, it can be intimidating. It could be, I don't know what I want to do, and now I gotta go over here and do this. The transition can be hard. I get it, but you gotta know, like, you've had a great career. 7 Super Bowls. 7 in them
motherfuckers. 7. Think about Jordan got 6. You got one more than Jordan.
7.
think about that. 7 championships, bro. Like, where they do that at? in the NFL too. Like, one of the hardest sports, if not the hardest sport out there. You won 7 titles in that fucking sport.
So you gotta know when to hang it up. But now we're going to see. I guess we're going to see on the watch list to see who the next boyfriend's going to be. I just say, just stay away from Pete Davidson because it seems like he goes after every lady now. Pete Davidson seems to just be making his round.
Long as she doesn't guest host SNL, I think she's straight. Because that's how you got Ariana Grande and Kim Kardashian. They were guest hosts on there. And I guess they probably did scenes with Pete and the chemistry was just there. And he ain't even on there no more, so it don't matter. So they can be. I thought about it. So you can guess. So Giselle can't guest host the show. I forgot Pete quit the show. It's like
he might be somewhere else. He might be lurking because it seems like Pete Davidson is just lurking.
He might get another show and then she's there. So no.
He's lurking. So I wouldn't be surprised if Pete Davidson and Giselle's a new couple. I'm calling that's a new boyfriend, Pete Davidson.
And Tom Brady be like 100 goons pulling up the SNL. We're so talk about it, yeah. Of course, it's more Ye news, because Ye is the gift that keeps on giving. Of course, Kanye is the gift that keeps on giving.
He just keeps on giving everything, and at this point, I want him to just stop because people stop interviewing because I think personally it's column A and column B for him. It's Kanye speaking his mind about things because Kanye has always been outspoken. We've known that. He's an outspoken person. He's like, people always go, I'm not a person that likes to rely a lot on Zodiac, but I'll go ahead. He's a Gemini. So there's that. He's a Gemini and he just likes to talk. So he's out there. But the other part of it is that Kanye does have mental illness stuff. So I think it is a column A and column B. I'm not blaming. I'm not saying that it's all mental illness. It's not all that because a lot of that shit he just saying because he wants to say it. But it's a little bit of that too. So it's a little bit of column A and column B, I think. So.
All right. I got to remember where we left off at because a lot be happening. 7 days is a long time with this dude. It's okay. So the last was the Adidas deal ended during that time. What else ended? I know Adidas was the big one. I'm trying to remember what Balenciaga might have been during this time phrase too. Let's just go with Adidas since that's the one. It's nobody cares about the Adidas deal because it's fucking Adidas. It's like Yeezy.
Yeah, they cut out but like you said, but the thing about that is like you were saying that sometimes you would rather take a loss than deal with who's a head case. Yes, you're talented and you're making us a lot of money, but it's not worth the trouble. It's not worth it. So I'd rather cut off my nose and spite my face. Sometimes that happens where people would be like, I'll take a loss. I will, because this is too much for me. And I think that's what Adidas said. They this is too much for us. So they took the L.
Allegedly, they still gonna release the designs just without the Yeezy.
Without Kanye's name on it.
I put it. I put it in my comment section. I was like, these instantly went from Yeezys to what are those overnight?
Yeezys to Weezys.
Sign Lil Wayne. There we go.
Oh, Weezys, yeah. Weezy.
Like they went to Yeezys to what are those overnight? I was like, because nobody's gonna wear those shit.
No one's gonna wear those. So
even if it's the exact same shoe, just without the Yeezy branding, it's like, come on. It's like a Jordan without the fucking Jumpman on it. That shit. It's like the exact same shoe. It's like
because certain things become synonymous with brands. Like when you see the Coco Chanel sign, the Chanel sign. When you see the Gucci sign.
Yeah.
What else is another one?
Nike swoosh and
the
shit.
Swoosh, check mark. The swoosh.
That's
what was it
just I pull it out. Yeah. Let's pull it. This motherfucker.
The Apple sign.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, the Apple part with that buying the Apple.
That, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just certain stuff that becomes synonymous with branding.
Mm-hmm.
When you turn on Netflix, the end. Certain things are just branding. It becomes synonymous with that. So, I don't know what that's going to do. For people, I know some people who flip shoes who do that, and I'm not sure what.
I'm not sure what it's going to do to the resale market. As far as
I know some flippers. I do know some flippers.
I know tons of sneakerheads, and they flip as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what it does to that market. Me, I was never because I'm a Nike guy, and I like Jordans. And Nike, Jordan brand is obviously under the Nike umbrella. So yeah, I was never a big Adidas guy. Back in the day, I owned some shell toe, like
Because Run DMC, because everybody did because of Run DMC.
Yeah, I've owned like a few pair of those, like, but then once I really started getting into sneakers, like heavily, like a few years ago, I really started getting into it. I actually pulled back because I was becoming that dude that I used to make fun of back in the day. So when I really started getting into sneakers, then I just decided, okay, the Nike and Jordan is what I'm focusing on. So I was never into Yeezys like that, even though like I know Yeezy was like number 2 right behind Jordan as far as popularity, like it's like especially on the resale market. It's like Jordan, then Yeezy. So I wonder what it does to that market.
Right.
And Kanye probably will eventually so Sway was right. It's funny. Sway had the answers all along. So Kanye probably will release this design, like his own designs, like under just Yeezy without any it's just because that's what Sway was talking about. Like why do you need the big brand? Basically, you're Kanye. It's like
you don't have all the answers.
He said how Sway just
Sway did have the answers.
So Sway was right. You need to just release it under.
So he
was talking about partnering with like these companies that all of this just dropped and received. Kind of something about partnering with like Louis Vuitton and like all of and like Adidas. And Sway was just like, you Kanye, just like you put something out, motherfuckers are gonna buy it. He was like, yeah. So they just started a whole argument about that, about ownership. So Sway was right. Looking back,
well, if he does have questions about it, he should holler at LeVar Ball because like big baller brand. He can talk to LeVar.
Hilarious.
Big baller. So like, oh no, let them combine. Can you imagine if they
and combine in Chicago? They both got Chicago.
Oh my God! Let me not.
Lonzo plays for the Bulls now. Remember, who was like
let
the
me
face
not
of
put
Big
that out
Brawler.
there.
Lonzo was the face of Big Brawler brand back then. And then they said we're gonna launch in Chicago.
Let me not put that out there because that's a scary thought. If that would actually happen, that would be a very scary thing.
A big baller brand. Yay. We're gonna call it Yay Baller brand.
Big baller brand.
Big baller, yay. Let's go. Huh? That's hilarious.
And then, like they said, when Kanye went to Skechers, they said he went unannounced to Skechers headquarters and he was a script.
He showed up and was filming, and then like they told him to get the fuck out. Which is like funny on another level. You remember the scandal back in the day with Skechers and his ex-wife Kim Kardashian with them shape ups?
Yeah, the shape ups.
They said if you work out in these, you'll have an ass like Kim Kardashian. Yeah, if you hire her doctor, you will. God damn it!
Shake what your doctor gave you. Shake what your doctor gave you.
I'm not singing Saucy Santana.
That's Lotto, but same difference. Lotto actually saved that part.
And he actually did get a BBL. So yes, so he was shaking what his doctor gave him too.
Booty. But no, though. So the shape, the comment section, they was like, Kanye desperate. He went to Skechers. Yeah. Who wears Skechers? Who wears Skechers?
Didn't we do a fucking commercial for them? I don't remember. Was that Skechers? I don't remember. With me and Marcus, it was Ariana.
Oh, yeah, I remember Ariana was a baby. I forgot.
I don't remember.
It wasn't Skechers. It was
I don't remember.
Was it Under? No, it wasn't Under Armour. I don't remember. I have to ask Marcus.
It was Skechers. I don't remember. I think it was. I did a Skechers commercial years ago. I think it was. I don't remember. It was so long ago. And I said I wear Nike, so I didn't even know what I don't remember what the shoes were that I had on. Yeah. So,
Ariana was a baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. I think it was fucking Skechers. If it is, like we unearthing that footage and upload it. Here's Oz man like to Skechers headquarters. We're gonna unearth that footage and shit.
I'm not laughing.
I think it was freaking Skechers. I don't remember though.
That's a hot mess though. That whole he got escorted out, like he showed up unannounced. Like you can't show up unannounced, no matter even if you are Kanye. You can't show up unannounced anywhere. You just can't.
Headquarters.
You can't show up unannounced to somebody's headquarters and expect and demand a meeting. It doesn't work like that.
Hmm.
So I mean, I think that people just need to stop engaging with him because it's just making him look just. I mean, like don't film people at their worst because like right now he's spiraling. He's in the tailspin. He's going down in the tailspin right now. So
I did watch some part of the interview with the MIT guy. I haven't finished it yet. I should finish it before they take the shit down with this.
Oh Lord.
Kanye's, you never know. You better watch while you can because you never know. I watched about half of the one with the MIT. I can't think of the guy's name, but you know the latest interview sit down he had was with the MIT dude. It's like so I watched about half because like Kanye you ask Kanye a question, he takes 20-30 minutes to answer. So like, all these interviews be like 2 and 3 hours long.
Yeah,
like,
I'll be.
You can't watch them.
I don't watch them, but because it's be like,
you can't watch.
Okay, Kanye has an interview, and you look at the time right, Ryan. It's like what's this end game? Like it'd be like that. Like it just be
hours.
like, geez. Hey, what are you talking about for 2 hours? What are you talking about for 3 hours? What are you doing?
Well, Kanye is back on Instagram, so. There it is.
And Twitter.
We're gonna get to Twitter. I'm sorry. We're gonna get there.
Okay.
Yeah. And he posted his love speech, what he called it. Because everybody's saying it's hate speech. I got love speech, you know. Yeah. He said, I lost $2 billion in one day and I'm still alive. This is love speech. I still love you. God still loves you. The money is not who I am. It's the people that's who I am. That's what he said on his love speech. Yeah.
I just heard and like every time I get in a Kanye, I hear every time. That's just what I hear.
That was his first Instagram post since he got banned. So he said, I'm pushing love speech now.
I hope he actually is, and it's not just like a ploy. I hope that you actually are, because as a person, I keep on saying we're all getting older. Life is short when you actually look at the general scheme of things and holding on to hate and negativity and toxicity. You got Elsa, let it go. Let all that go. It's like life is too short. You want to spend your life miserable.
And speaking of that, as far as Forbes said Kanye lost billionaire status. Some reports saying he didn't. So it's like mixed. This is a mixed answers there. Like, is Kanye still a billionaire? Is he not still a billionaire?
Here's the thing: people don't know what net worth means. That's the bottom line. People don't understand what net worth means.
When you see Kanye is worth like 2 or 3 billion, you think that means he just got 2 or 3 billion
in the bank? No, that's not what that means.
It's like rich people don't have a lot of cash like that. It's like, it's like,
what are your assets? Like
assets, investments. That's where your money.
You look at your debt versus your assets. So if you have significantly more assets than what your debt is, your net worth is going to be larger. So if you have, like, I have a commercial real estate over here. I have a residential real estate over here. I have this laundromat over here. I have this over there. This gas station.
I own several shares of this stock or whatever. Yeah.
I own this stock. I'm a primary shareholder in this company.
Yeah.
I have this laundromat. I have this gas station, this Subway. I own several Subway chains. Mm-hmm. That's what net worth is. Your assets. What's your assets total?
What this means, I think you just got that's sitting in a bank somewhere.
You got like, no, it's not. I got $100 million in the bank. Like, no, you don't have $100 million in the bank.
Cash just sitting there. Like, your money is like in assets. Like, typically,
it's working. Your money is out there working for you, which is why people will never, like, why most people won't ever get rich. They just won't, because it's like, you don't know how. I'll go on a whole nother thing with that, but you gotta know what money is and what money can do for you, how money can work for you. If you just got money sitting in a bank or even work under your mattress, then it ain't doing nothing. If your money's sitting under your mattress, it's not doing nothing.
I always gave the analogy: if your great grandfather left you $50,000 100 years ago, like in his time, $50,000 is the equivalent of $1 million today.
Yeah.
But with inflation, it lost like 95% of its value. Yep. So yeah, that's how inflation works. It's like,
like 50,000 now, like 50,000.
Found out you got that 50 now. You're like, okay, nice. Yeah, I can pay some.
I can pay off my bill. I have some credit card bills I can pay off, or I can pay off my car,
Or like, or put a down payment on
a house.
You could do like some stuff with it, but
that's what that is.
Back 100 years ago, that would set you up for life, though.
Yeah, $50,000. You're not getting far on that. Like, you can't live the rest of your life off of $50,000. You just can't.
Oh, yeah, like, but back in that era, you were getting set up. That was like life changing money.
That's life change. It's like, yeah, I can live the rest of my life off of $50,000. But
$1 million, yeah.
Now it's like it'll take you out. Like I said, you might be able to either pay off your credit card debt, pay off your car, or put a down payment on a property. That's what $50,000 is going to do for you now. Which I say is nothing. We're not sneezing at it, but I mean, it's not what the thing that they thought that it was.
Yeah, it's a nice piece of money, but it's not life changing like it would have been 100 years ago.
To put it like this, the average salary in America is $50,000.
Yeah, so that's like 1 year's salary now. Like,
that's the average salary now. So
the salary, yeah, it's like
yep.
On Donda Academy, they said it's shutting down too.
Yeah, I saw that. It's just he's spiraling. That's why I say, like, if he's spiraling, like, don't give him more attention than what it is, because I mean, it's nothing worse than getting someone at their low point. You know what I mean? Like, I know people are doing it because now people who are interviewing him now, they just want to get the sound bite. Because you're trying to do your cloud shade, you trying to get your sound bites and stuff, and you know he's gonna say something outrageous. He's gonna say something crazy. So I'm gonna get my interview with him, and that's just what it is now. Like, if I was Kanye, my advice to him is like, just stop. If you want to post on your social media, post only on your social media, your private stuff, but don't do any more interviews with people, because people just want their sound bites, and just making you look more and more crazy. Like, when you do stuff, it's just making it look more, you know.
Since we talked about Kanye and Ye and Twitter, is the deal's finalized. It's been going on for like on again, off again, on again, off again. Now it's official. Elon Musk officially took over Twitter. He officially bought that thing. Yeah, for the 44 billion, whatever it was. And he started cleaning house right away. Like, he fired the CEO, so a couple of other people that he started right
but the
away.
CEO, didn't he get like he paid out great?
Yeah, you got severance. Yeah, you get severance with these jobs.
Yeah, he made out great. Like I said, I think he got money like 2 different ways or so. Like, he made out great.
No, he got like, let's say, just 40 million just going away money or something like that. It's like, yeah, so it's like you
he got that Tom treatment. Yep.
Yeah,
Tom.
just like, yeah, just 40 million just to walk away and shit like that.
What's Tom doing now? He's still doing this shit. With a thumbs up. Tom.
Of course, like, the internet is going crazy. Like, I haven't noticed any difference in Twitter. Like, I don't see where all of this people all of a sudden acting like it's the land of Trump all of a sudden.
It's a racist hater.
Right now, I don't see it. Maybe it's in on who you follow. It's like,
my thing is,
that's what, if somebody's a shithead, block him, unfollow him and block him.
My thing is, and I'm not diminishing this by no means, or we're not, but most of what people say on social media is bullshit. People wouldn't do half of I would venture to say 90% of the stuff that people are claiming, you wouldn't do 90% of this shit in real life, because for a couple of reasons. A, you don't want to get your ass kicked. B, you don't want to lose like your livelihood. Like, you're not trying to lose your job, lose your family.
I'm on here right now. I don't wear these clans.
You're not trying to lose real stuff. So that's why people, when they doing all this shit, it's easy. Like we always say, it's easy to be behind a keyboard. And it's easy to do that behind a keyboard. But in real life, you're not saying or doing half the shit that you're claiming. 90% of people just ain't. So you working yourself up over the wrong things is what I'm saying about the whole Twitter stuff.
Man, I'm going through my whole timeline. I don't see it. That's all I'm saying.
Like, if people want to make stupid comments on their social media, make your stupid comment. You're not gonna say it in real life. You ain't gonna do it in real life. You're not. So whatever.
Here's what's funny about it too. Like, people, the average person, not you and I, we're not average. We're extraordinary. I'm just being an asshole right now. But yeah, it's like, but the average person, like, they only believe in free speech if it's like, if they agree with the motherfucker.
It applies to them.
Like, yeah,
right.
Free speech for my side, but if you want to have free speech, like, nah, like, we got to shut that down. That's how the average person ever operates.
I miss the days where people could actually discuss, could ask. Like a lot of people fail debate, and I could tell if you didn't take debate or you failed it in high school. I can tell because the important things about debating with somebody is you want to first stay on topic. That's the first part, and you want to articulate your point without being disrespectful. You can articulate your point without throwing an unnecessary jab, like insulting someone's intelligence. What does my intelligence have to do with your point?
Mm-hmm.
Saying, well, you don't count, you're stupid, like trying to throw a little like that. That's a weak part of a debate. Like if you guys
got into it with
that's weak.
I'm not gonna say the dude's name, but he's very popular with the new black media, like the grassroots is what they call like the pro black is like
right.
And I got into it about it was about the gun debate, about saying he was trying to say black people don't need guns. Like you look to know your history, bro. It's like some of your greatest leaders, Harriet Tubman. I said Malcolm X, the Black.
It's Panther. A whole picture of him with the rifle with AR-15.
And the Black Panthers walk the street with rifles. It's like I'm like
open carry. They open carry.
I'm like some of like the greatest revolutionaries of all time were pro gun. Like Ida B. Wells is only I said learn your history and shit. Mm-hmm. And then of course like he came back with an insult instead of instead of coming back with an intelligent, like
instead of countering with something and actually having a textbook counter.
They clearly your comprehension skills are
lack comprehension.
My intelligence, like basically.
Whenever someone says they lack comprehension, I automatically assume that you got nothing. That's why I said you say.
Well, I won. That's what it was.
That means that you don't have a counter when you say you lack comprehension skills. No, you lack comprehension skills.
I didn't even respond. I took that as a W. I was like, okay,
you lack it.
Because like that, like a typical nigga, that's what we do. Is like we go to the dozens. It's like instead of like having an intelligent debate, it's like well, yo mama. It's like that's typically what.
That's why I don't play the dozens because I will smoke you. Like if you come against me, I actually gonna smoke you. And then if you want to do the insult thing, I'm gonna take a personal. Like I'm gonna actually go in. And
I'm not gonna even insult you. I'm just gonna tell facts. I don't insult. I spit facts.
Right.
And what I say is like earthquake hit ties full circle. Like earthquake was saying last night, these ain't jokes. He kept saying like, hey, like these are facts. When
I like earthquake.
These are facts.
I like earthquake.
These ain't jokes. Hey, when I shit on you, like I'm spitting facts, nigga.
These ain't jokes.
But that's what I'm saying. In my time, it's all in who you follow. Shit.
Yeah. And that's my thing I go back to. If it, like we always say, if it's not putting money in your pocket, if it's not putting joy in your life, why is it in your life?
Why are you doing it?
It should be like financial should be part of your game. Your peace of mind, your peace should be a part of it too. Love, if it's something like, why are you doing this? If it's not doing any of that, if it's just making you angry, why are you in this?
I don't get it. But
are you that much of a person that has to follow toxic? Even though you say you don't want toxic, do you really not want toxic stuff?
Well,
let it go.
I'm done. Yeah, I don't know if you.
That's it for me.
Oh, and shout out, I forgot to mention. Quick take. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find the video. You can. I don't know if you got anything else, but it's a stupid ass video. I just wanted.
Oh God. I like stupid stuff to make me laugh. I'm here for the shits.
Let's try to find this video. Oh, let's find. I think we found it. Let's pull it up. Oh yeah, I think we found it.
Found it. Okay.
Let me let it load for 1 second. But. Yeah, I definitely found. Hey, I know you. Have you seen? I don't know if you've seen this, but I'm gonna share and see if this was making the rounds, went viral since it's Halloween weekend.
Halloween fell on a weekend. Oh,
you saw this with the mute that shit. Yeah, the BBL baby, the baby with the BBL costumes. You see that?
I have not seen that.
You didn't see this shit. This was going viral, like in the and people are asking, so what do you think about this? Like the little girl with the BBL costume. Of course, like the internet went nuts over the shit. Yeah, I think it's stupid and funny.
I think it's goofy.
stupid and funny all at the same.
I'm a borrow from Chicago. Like I said, we Chicago people, goofy ass. I think you a goofy ass to do it. I think it's goofy. You goofy.
Stupid and funny all the
That's
time.
my reaction. I'm not outraged, but I just think it's goofy.
It's stupid, but like I said, I'm not outraged. It's like it's kind of ridiculous at the same time. It's like,
That's why I say it's goofy.
mhm.
That's my Chicago answer. You a goofy ass if you do that. I'm not out. How dare they? Like, I mean, it's not that serious, but I think it's just goofy.
But
Some
that
stuff.
is going viral. The little
I
girl.
think a lot of stuff that people do that people try to like hit the note of funny and then they significantly miss the mark. And that's where I'm at. I think it missed the mark.
Yeah.
You would try to
Like,
be
it's funny, but not for the reasons they wanted it to be. It's funny because
exactly.
of how ridiculous it is. That's
'Cause
why.
you're ridiculous. You're goofy to do
That's why
that.
it's
You're
funny.
goofy ass.
That's why it's funny to me. But
Right.
thought
Same
I'd
with
share that. Well, you had something else I was about to wrap, but yeah, because
no, we can wrap. Oh, real quick, Best Man trailer came out, so they're gonna do the final installment. It's gonna be on Peacock, and I think it comes in December. I want to say they released a trailer of the next chapter of the Best Man.
I don't know, because
So
Best Man Holiday was what, about 10 years ago, so it's like, so I guess
it's a limited
breaks in between these Best Man things.
It's a limited series. It's a limited series. So it's just like, I mean, I'm fine with limited series because like some shows or some movies, you want to see what happened after it went off. You do want to see. So I'm fine with limited series on a streaming platform. I'm fine with that.
I don't know. They like, I don't know. But I guess
not doing a whole movie or nothing, but like a limited series that's on a quick streaming platform. I'm fine with it. And it's going to be on Peacock. Yep.
So it's not going to cost you any money, at least if it's not good. So definitely appreciate not another damn podcast. You want to support further, you know what to do. Give us a like, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. Some about Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. Follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how to get at me.
And you can check me out at MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs, and for your video production needs. Check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.